Greetings, fellow space nerds, humans of Earth, and beyond. I'm Cornelius, back again with another Starfield shipbuilding video. I've got build number 113, KOMODO, a Class C Expeditionary cruiser. When that new quadrant needs to be scanned and the chances of running into trouble are high, this is your bird. KOMODO is fully equipped with provisions, gear, and 2 Rev 8 buggies. I've had this bird built out for quite a while now, actually. There's several ships that I've had built for a while that I just like so much, I don't really want to post them. Because once I post them, well, gotta build something new. But I felt it was time for KOMODO to make her debut. I really love the shape on this one. I used a good amount of the new Matilija armor plates and armor trim plates. They have become a quick favorite, specifically the armor trim plates, when it comes to hiding certain areas or tightening up the superstructure, which you'll see later on in the build. Matilija continues to be my favorite modder. Love that guy, love his work. Hope y'all do too. Anyways, let's check her out. Right out of the sun, KOMODO arrives. The stance on this bird really felt reptilian to me, hence the name. I also very much enjoy this weapon setup. Of course, the new Matilija particle cannons. Damn, they look good. I really like how having the gear out on the nacelles leaves the whole underbelly of the ship unobstructed, which also allows for the twin G-Tech habs where our Rev 8 buggies are stored. And before we get to the interior, I really do hope one day that these type of habs actually open like they're supposed to, and your Rev 8 buggy or whatever vehicle you have just deploys as you land. That would be very cool. I definitely think it's possible. Time will tell. Let's check this interior.
Find the interior of this ship comforting.
Me too, Andresia. So we enter into a general utility room slash workshop. Our docker is over there, but we're going to head to the rear first. This is the gear room, or suit room. I felt it fitting, since this is an expeditionary ship, to run the Pathfinder armor. It just shows up really dark in game for whatever reason. I don't know. Lighting in this game is problematic, but the suit is sweet anyway. Moving aft, we have our two G-Tech Rev 8 habs. Little window action to see what we're deploying. These are pretty cool. Sure is, Andromeda. There's one of our interior windows to our awesome Matilija shield booster. And another view to our grav drive. And up here in the front end of this G-Tech hab, you've got an industrial bench. And back to the workroom. This was an empty Taiyo 2x2. Here's our shield monitoring station. Added a bathroom back here. And here's our med bay. Anytime I got the room to actually put in a decent med bay, I always try to do something a little different. But I like the way this one came out.
Good to see you.
You too. Here's our ammo storage. No such thing as too much ammo. And here's the armory. These better buildable walls, cages, really give it a nice look. And then these are the in Trinity weapon displays. Pretty sweet. Yeah, and moving forward still, we have the crew lounge. I figured for a long range, long duration expeditionary cruiser, some type of crew relaxation area should almost be standard. So here we are. And here's the captain's quarters. This is a pre-furnished 2x1 that I added stuff to. We head up to deck number 2. This is our main living area. This is an empty Taiyo 2x2. Either the all-in-one or crew quarters. Here's our galley. I've used this galley before, and even though it's small, you can still customize it. Here we've got storage. Oh, someone left this open. Cold storage. And then here's your crew mess. We've got crew quarters coming, funneling all into this center area. Here's our first crew quarters area. And over on this side, I built in more crew quarters, better buildable walls. Man, you can get really creative with that mod. Get a big empty hab. Hey, Betty. Get a big empty hab, build walls, whatever you want. Like this. Here's the showers, another restroom. I think it came out pretty good. And here's some more dry goods storage. Moving forward into our control bay. This is a 2x2 Taiyo control station. These come very well decorated already. I just closed some doors off, added some things here and there. And moving forward from here, we go into our logistics hub. This is the Matilija 2-to-1 logistics and mapping area. Here's our secondary control room. We got some secure server storage. And here's our EVA suits for the crew and flight crew restroom. And the bridge. I added some jump seats, another map console, some screens, not too much. And that's an interior. The build. Step 1, our habs and walkable spaces. Pretty simple. Overall, I think this build is pretty simple. Step 2. The bow. And all of our weapons. Here's the first use of these Matilija armor plates. There will be a good amount of it, and I do use a lot of the Matilija armor trim pieces for multiple reasons. One, it's a good way to add a hull to the ship, and two, which you'll see, they do fill up little holes and gaps that you might not want. And by stacking that second armor trim piece above that first one, it takes away that little gap down there. Alright, step 3. This is going to be our reactor area, grab drive, fuel stores, stern. I really like these new Matilija fuel tanks, which you'll see here in a second. The detail is just, I mean, look at that.
Sure.
It just looks so good. This, of course, is 3. Just stacked one on top of the other. I mean, look at that. It just looks so good. Matilija, man. So good. And this section here is our primary interior window section. And I've got a decorative shear flow reactor connected to our standard shear flow reactor. Really just an aesthetics choice. Words. An aesthetic choice. You could totally delete the decorative reactor and put some more habs back there, or whatever the heck you like. Step 4. This is going to be the undercarriage. It's also going to be our shield room, and of course some more Matilija armor plates. Now you'll see here this set of armor plates. Here's one side that's higher than the others, and the reasoning for that is what you'll see here in just a second. Is to block the opening of our shield rim so it's not just visible to anyone underneath the ship. I really like the armor trim pieces for these exact situations. Of course, since there's so many attachment points so close to each other, the builder gets a little confused. But if you just take this one plate, get it where you want to go, and then select everything else in that group, it will fit around it just right. And here you see, once we get this in the right spot, there we go. It totally blocks that shield room and actually makes it feel like a closed off space. Step 5. This is going to be our top superstructure, you could call it. Clearly there, a very large Matilija armor plate setup. And some hope caps. Some Deimos pits. The final step of the build is going to be the engine nacelles, which also include the gear. Now, I've left one side intact for reference because the merged here are a bit confusing. You'll see here in a second. These shroud caps are the beginning of the nacelle. They are just attached on top of each other. They are not merged. These decorative reactors are merged ever so slightly. So you're going to want to attach the first one to the back of these shroud caps. Those two attachment points link up. This is where it all starts. Then that top one is going to attach those same two attachment points, but it's going to merge slightly down. There you go, just like that. So if you see things that are offset, it's probably an issue there. Anytime you have this many attachment points so close to each other, the builder is going to slow down and it's going to complain. Just because that's the way it's built. Now once we get this shape, we need to bring two of those forward, like so. So now that we've got our nacelle core completed, we're going to add our gear to either side. Now these shroud caps are merged horizontally into each other, but not vertically. Now here we run into just a small issue. And this is, of course, because there are so many attachment points next to each other that it can be difficult to get things attached in the right spot. Congratulations. You've now built KOMODO. Let's take her for a flight. If you made it this far, hell yeah, brother. I appreciate all of you very much. This is one of several ships that I've got either 100% completed or at least 90% completed that I like so much that I almost don't want to post it, because in my weird brain, once I post it, it's kinda done. Gotta move on to something else. But I felt it was time for the KOMODO to make an appearance. I've got still close to a dozen ships that are ready to be posted. I just gotta find the time. I also don't want to take away time from building new things. That is the struggle on this channel. I want to build new stuff, but the more new stuff I build, the less built stuff I get to show y'all. Yeah, first world problems. All of you fine humans out there in the ether, thank you so much. Reviews, comments, likes, subs. We are on that march to 1K, and we will get there. I have faith. Thanks again. Hope you enjoy this bird. Cornelius. You can find me in the Star Yard.